So let's start our journey together with a word. A nasty little word. 7 emotionally crooked letters all knotted together by a frayed piece of dental floss, easily severed by a single tear, a slight constructive criticism, or perhaps the suggestion that the blue skirt flatters your hips a little bit more than the red one. You see, these 7 mysterious letters have lined up to be executed, to be hung from an imaginary rope that only exists in our minds, and yet we love this word. We praise this word as an excuse to act like hyenas on the loose at some wildlife preserve. Well, some of us do. Some of us toss it around like we know what in the hell we're talking about, like we've studied under the scientific genius of Dr. YouTube and his esteemed colleague, hashtag tell me that you have this so that you can act like a jerk, right? If the letters are haphazardly glued together like thin layers of tissue paper, the entire structure hinges on the social breeze of pop culture. But just what if that entire structure hinges on the hurricane of 1,000 storms, and the thin layers of tissue paper are weaved with cement and bit after bit tethered with the threads from Superman's cape? What then? What happens to the 7-letter word? The fashionable word, when summoned, can bring 1,000 imaginary kaleidoscopes that when said with the sham of confidence conjures the dank monster living in the basement. Cupping our hands to another's ear and whispering the hollow word makes it socially popular and draws a mouthful of oohs and ahs. The word, when neatly folded like a tiny origami castle, creaks and groans when unraveled, buckles and manipulated to fall at my knees when called to task. And what is that task? That mammoth job that opens its jaws like one of those majestic whale sharks skimming the open water for anything it can easily capture. The mission. Keep me from putting on the grippy gray cloud socks when the gentleman sitting in the chair asked me to watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Awake at midnight because the sadness wouldn't let him sleep, he too lived with the 7-letter word that brought him into the routine of breakfast, group, lunch, group, dinner, fear of the darkness. There, I was surprised to realize that everyone around me at that moment also lived with the word. The 7 letters have to look in the mirror and accept responsibility for the self-indulgent, bogus reality it created, like Genesis, like Adam, like Eve, like the sacred snake making promises it doesn't own because dark themes are my truth, my secret. The word cries like those lies, like me, like my scars. What happens if you tell the word to fuck off, to damn it into the shadowlands of those who've died because they believed? What if, for just one day, you flip the middle finger at the letters and laugh with knowledge because you swallowed bravery and you found your voice? This word, the one I loathe, finds itself face to face with me. No doubt I am now, for just this one day, able to tear it down for what it is, a falsehood to veil the real tragic pain. Today, on this day, I refuse to give into the red stream staining the bathwater. I will ricochet my scars and gut-wrenching pain back to where it came. I will not let the deadliest mental illness open my mind and rummage around at its leisure. I will not hide behind the curtain of cowardness of a misunderstood as much as misused word that does nothing to convey the actual nightmare of my disease. The 7 letters are but a gentle squall lapping at the shores of suicide. If you are a TRIGGER, then you better buckle up because I am bipolar and I am a fucking tsunami. So if you are a tsunami, shout out. Okay.